do you pick your battles? Hey, I'm best-selling author Cheryl Hunter. This past month I was at my little brother's wedding. We were all up in the Pacific Northwest. It was amazing. One of the meals we were outside at this massive table, amazing food, amazing setting, amazing people. One of the people at the table was telling a story of his daughter who just had learned how to drive, and she'd broken the axle on her car. To which somebody to my right, a man that I'd never met before, said, "Sounds like a classic case of estrogen toxicity." I was sure I misunderstood. I turned my head and said, "Excuse me?" To which he replied, "You know, driving while female." I was about to introduce him to a new phenomenon called whooping your ass while female. Then, like a hand reaching out to a drowning woman, I remembered a comment my grandmother used to always say to me. "Honey," she would say, "learn to pick your battles." Now, at the time, I always thought, everything's a battle, Grandma. I thought the saying was a little bit too much on the nose, but in this moment, I realized exactly what she meant. There are tons of fights worth fighting, with no regard to settings or circumstance. Abuse of any kind can and will never be tolerated by me. I don't care if I'm at a baptism at the White House. If I even sense that there is some kind of abuse towards children, animals, women, or even men for that matter, I will stand up and do something about it to stop it. And I mean, even if a friend of mine is getting in a bad situation with some substance or alcohol or anything, a bad relationship, something like that, I will step in and have the tough conversation with them. But as this circumstance started to go forward, I really wondered for a moment, what do I do? I realized that there was nothing I could say, nothing I could demonstrate, no amount of coaching or words that I could give that would make this man reconsider his stance towards female drivers and women in general. And the only thing I think I would have done is reaffirm his stance on women being emotional and irrational. So let's say it happens to you and you're up against it. What the heck can you do? Number one, step back, take stock. In this situation, I realized that my upset paled in comparison to my brother and his wife having a great wedding. It makes no difference what I wanted to say or do. What mattered was what we were all there for, their wedding. Number two, have compassion. Now that may sound crazy, especially in a circumstance like this where this guy was so insulting, but think about it. We're all perfectly imperfect works in progress. We have all done or said something that was thoughtless or careless or that offended somebody. None of us is immune from that. I started thinking, what would have this man think those things? What would have this man say those things? I thought he probably goes out and goes, "I know what I'm going to say. This comment always kills at dinner parties." Number three, get it out. Talk it out with a friend. Get it out thoroughly, exhaustively. Say everything you need to say on the matter to finally be at peace. I had a friend, Eddie, who did this with he tried to do it with somebody. And he tried to call everybody he knew, but he couldn't find anybody. So he finally decided to talk it out with his dog. He said that he knew when his dog went, farted, rolled over, and went to sleep, that he was like, okay, my work is done here. The bottom line is this: we win some and we lose some. And if we're fortunate sometimes, we can find middle ground. But as our friend Sun Tzu says in The Art of War, he who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious. I'd love to hear from you. Head on over to the blog and in the comment section below the video, let me know some of the best ways that you have found to calm yourself when the rage monster comes out. While you're there, subscribe to my list to be kept abreast of things that I only send out to people via email. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Also, follow me on social media. I would love to be connected. Thank you for being here. Have your life make a difference. You want to see estrogen toxicity, motherfucker? I'll show you estrogen toxicity. Get on up here in this estrogen toxicity. I'm going to whoop your ass. Huh? Huh? Huh?